Hello everybody. I just want to do a little follow-up and a shout out for Iloilo City Doctors Hospital. I'm doing so much better. It was a very painful experience for me, but I am so proud of the staff and the hospital for what they did. I would like to do a special shout out to Dr. James Salazar, who was my chief surgeon, and then I'm not good with names here, but Dr. Alanenya, who was my cardiologist. And I want to let you know that from the moment that I walked in there, I had staff working with me right on the money to get the blood test. They contacted Dr. Alamania because they knew I had a pre-existing heart condition. They didn't leave one stone unturned. While I was there, they were always checking my blood pressure. They was always checking my blood sugars, and it's something that you know, I didn't expect that kind of treatment. I thought that, you know, I would probably just lay in bed and then they would come dump me on a gurney and take me down and do the operation and get me through there. But they were extremely professional. Both doctors visited me in the room, and Dr. Salazar had called in instructions, actually wrote them down, and I handed it to them when it came in the ER, and they immediately went to work on me. And I can't say enough about the hospital. It all worked out very well. It was extremely painful and still is. But Doctors Hospital in Iloilo City is an older building in an older hospital, probably built in the late 60s, 70s. I'm not sure. I didn't Wikipedia it. But the staff was so good. Even in the ER, I had a lot of comfort from the nurses and the staff in there. I don't know how to say it, but it just all worked out so well. The cleanliness in there, because I've worked with Medical Mission Matters, and we do work on cleft palate children, and I've seen the hospitals, and I've been in the ER when we're working on the children. And even though Doctors Hospital might be a little bit older, everything was clean and sanitary and organized. They had good equipment in there. They took very good care of me, and I'm just so proud to be back home with all the work that they did on me. I went in with a thrombosed hemorrhoid, as you guys know, and instead of just removing that one, they used let me explain this. They used a cauterizing machine, just like we use on the children in their cleft palate. He not only removed the bad one that was on the outside, but he had an optical device where he could look inside and check around, and he saw two more, and he went in there and fixed those too. So extremely professional, good equipment, great surgeons, great staff, and I was treated very well. And it was almost too much help from the nurses and stuff, because I'd go to bed, I'd go to sleep, and there's a knock, and they'd come in and they would do another blood pressure test on me, and they would check this and they would check that. But overall, I'll tell you what, I recommend Doctors Hospital highly. And I want to say thanks to the staff that took such good care of me, and all the nurses and all the nurse aides. And they do a lot of training there too. They have I think they have a lot of training going on for new nurses and doctors. And so I had a lot of visits from some extra people that I wasn't expecting in my room. A couple of times I had to ask them to keep the girls out because they came in. Well, but I want to say that I'm extremely proud of the staff, the hospital, how professional they were, and I mean, they didn't miss a clue. Everything that needed to be done got done. I was in serious pain when I woke up the next morning, and I texted Dr. Salazar. I actually had his text number and texted him at 7:15 the next morning and told him that I was at my breaking point with the pain. And when I got through texting him, within 60 seconds maybe, I heard the phone ring at the nurse's desk, and within 5 or 10 minutes they had sent people in there to remove the gauze, remove everything. And when they removed the gauze, I screamed so loud, I think I set off car alarms in the parking lot. I mean, it was such a terrific pain. And immediately after we got the gauze out, they did an injection in my IV, got me some pain relief, and then they got me into a warm bath. We call that a sitz bath. And I'm doing so good now. Don't feel afraid to go to one of the older hospitals, because that doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad or whatever. I mean, there's one hospital that I know of that has cats jumping in through the windows, roaming around the floors and the corridors and the wards. So I was just lucky to be there. So just want to say thank you guys, and I also thank you guys for all your financial and support and your prayers. I think the prayers did just as much good, and this is, I think, day number 3 now, and I'm feeling so much better. We're gonna be back out on the bike again, maybe in a week or 2, but thanks again guys, and hats off to Doctors Hospital Iloilo.